that you all know.
Couldn't help but remember some advice Johnny Parsons gave one time. Back in the early 50s, late 40s, I wasn't too sharp, and I was driving stock cars at that time. So I kept up with all the big races. Johnny Parsons was the biggest at that time. And I heard him make a talk one time. He said, one thing you don't ever want to do is talk in front of a bunch of kids. He said, they'll make a fool out of you. He said, now grown people, they'll have a little mercy on you. But he was telling us about talking to a bunch of kids one time. And he thought he was getting over pretty good, and this kid in the back there said, a little 12-year-old boy raised his hand and said, Mr. Parsons said, how hot is what is the temperature of the gas when it hits the combustion chamber? He thought, right up in the stands, and I watched every play. They were some of the prettiest plays I've ever seen. I've never seen a college do any better on some of the plays. Those kids were well trained, which told me that they've had some tough coaches in there. They had to train them that good. They'll be coaches that you'll always remember because they built your foundation. But now, I watched that and I said, you know, for the next 3 or 4 years, those are the kids right there that I'm watching through these field glasses that's going to set the tempo for the whole school. How they act and how they do. All of these others that are not playing and all, they're going to be watching you. And you boys are going to have a tremendous responsibility on your shoulders because you're the ones that's going to set the tempo of the whole Millington school. If you act good and you follow the rules, the rest of them will follow behind you. But when the heroes on the ball field start acting up, the school deteriorates. I don't care how good a teachers you got or what now, for some reason, they set the tempo. And I'm dependent on y'all to set the tempo. And I watched you. You played clean ball. There was no dirty playing out there, which impressed me. Because I was watching you close. I was watching every move you made. Because I was looking for things like that. And I've never seen a cleaner team play. And I've never seen a team play that good of that age. And I am extremely proud of you. And I'm looking forward to watching you a lot more in years come. And I'm looking for you to be setting some examples. Thank you.
Miss Betty Todd, to the editor. A couple of months ago, our family became involved with the Millington Dolphins Football League, a part of Shelby Youth Sports. I was less than enthusiastic about it, to be quite frank, but I am behind my children all the way, so I gave it a try. What they have accomplished this season might not impress many people, but I am impressed. Millington, your senior Dolphins are champions. They started out with a win, and win it was every game thereafter. Believe me, I became enthusiastic very quickly. I wish our community could show more support for these boys. They played their hearts out and kept the victories coming every Saturday afternoon. Our last game was Saturday, and keeping true to their reputation, the All-Star team rolled over their competition to make it a truly undefeated season. To you fellas who turned me into a fan, I want to say well done and congratulations. You were tough and hard to hold back when the going got rough. I enjoyed your determination, and you deserve all the credit in the world. Congratulations also to the coaches who devoted hours and hours to these kids. Parents, it is a good thing to have adults who care enough about our kids to give their time and effort. I believe there's a lot more to their job than teaching boys how to execute a play on the football field. It takes a special person to work with teenage boys. These coaches have taken a large group of boys and taught them discipline, respect, self-respect, teamwork, sportsmanship, restraint, determination, and heart can help you reach goals. My thanks to you and all the Millington Senior Dolphin young men who pulled it all together for a terrific season. I think that's a very well-written letter. Now that you heard it, with Ms. Todd, please stand. You fellas don't know this gentleman right here. He is our director. Works hard, worked very hard in the past years to hold this program together. Let's all give him a big hand. Mr. C.T. White.
We sponsor this year with Ms. Garden Parr. Her co-sponsor was Ms. Helen Nemeth. And their two hard-working coaches was Andrea Bright and Audra Jackson. Sponsor, is Lynn Yates. And her coach was Kim McCullough. And Tanya Van Thrift. And our senior sponsor this year was Miss Jean Forrester. And her coach was Cheryl Broughton. Put into the program this year. Cheerleading does start a lot earlier than football does. I don't know if everybody realizes that. If you're a cheerleader, mother, you do. But they start early in February and it goes on till tonight. So they really deserve an extra hand and a well thank you from us. Years and hope to have that. His assistant coaches was Mr. Ken Young and Mr. Ken Breslow. Our junior coach this year was Mr. Bob Smith. And his assistants, I don't believe are here, but it was Tim LeBlanc and John Ward. Steve Hayes. Okay, now I know no one knows who these next guys are, but we'll introduce them anyway. Our senior coaches for 1985, Bill Bryant, head coach. His assistant, Mr. Randy Joyner. Kevin Haley. And Mel Stafford. We're all very proud of the job that all of our coaches have done, all of the hard work they've put into it. and we need to really give them thanks for the hard times that they've taken to take the teams as far as they have. They may not have all won like we had wanted, but they all had a good time, and they worked very hard, so they need an extra applause for all of us. Coach director for the past 2 years has been Mr. C.T. White, and he's done an excellent job for us. Unfortunately, this is last year, but we really do appreciate the hard work and time that he has put into it, because not only do we have football and cheerleading, but we also have track. That our track team this year did an excellent job. We took first place in practically every division that we were in, and it takes a lot of work from this man right here. So we'd like to thank him for the time he has put into this program. This year, we've had a long, hard road to hoe this year. We were really hurting, and he helped whip us together and get us back in line like the coaches did. And we've got a special award for him now that was gotten by several of the parents and coaches. And right now,
I'd like to present this award to Mr. Randy Gillespie. He has brought this program from, well, it's no big secret, from almost broke to where we are now. Without this man, I don't believe we'd have had a program. I really don't. He's gone to the high school. He's gone to different people here in Millington to get us recognition. And with this, Mr. Gillespie, I'd like to award this on the done.
Thank you very much. I didn't do this alone, as everybody knows. I had a lot of help, a lot of it. And later on in the program, I would like to show my appreciation to the people that were behind me 100%, in which we could have done nothing without them. And I'd like to call their names and have a round of applause. Mr. Fred Warner and his wife Yoko. Mr. Fred donated his generator when we didn't have electricity. Mrs. Warner came in when we had no one to take the concession stand. I know she didn't know any more about it than I did, which was nothing. But we got together and we pulled together and we brought the program from the red into the black. Another person with untiring devotion to this program, Mrs. Kathy Stafford. Our treasurer, who kept up with the money, wrote the checks, and I think sometimes spoke to us a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to get her dander up. Cheryl, would you please stand? And there is one person that, without him, there wouldn't have been no field to play on, I don't believe. Mr. Winters, where you at, boy?
say, the first thing I've got to say is I want to show my appreciation, and I want to say thanks to all of my mothers and fathers of my Pee Wee team. This is the first season we have had in a long, long time, excuse me, that we've had full cooperation from the mothers and daddies. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I thank Kim also, and Ken also appreciates it. And my Pee Wee team, my 9-year-old that I'm losing, I want you to go to the junior team this next season and be ready to go with the big boys. You're out of the kiddie league now, and you're gradually going up. You see what the seniors did this year? Practically every one of the seniors came up through this program. And we're all proud of the senior team. And I'm also proud of my Pee Wee. Even though we won the first game and the last game, that's coming in strong and going out like a storm. But they are going to be all right. They've got a lot to learn, but I'm proud of them. We've had a few knocks and turns this year, but I'm proud of them. So good luck to you boys. As soon as we get your trophies, we'll be on the way.
I don't really have much to say other than I'm very proud of all the players, all of the cheerleaders. They're having a great season. This is my last year as director. I will still be around in the program. And I'm going to miss the program as being a director and being fully a participant in it. For you parents out there, these players, these kids, they need y'all's support. Without y'all's support, this program will no longer be in existence. It takes y'all's support. You need to get out and help these other parents that are up here in the booster club, working in the concession stands, helping out in the fields. It takes a lot of work. We need y'all's support to do that. If we get y'all's support, this program will go on forever. If I'm not mistaken, this is Millington's 14th year in the Shelby Youth program. It's only our 3rd year in a track program. And for track, we took it the whole championship this year. I've already talked to people and they're out for us for the seniors from next year. We're looking forward to having a good program next year. I want to wish all you boys good luck and having a good season next year. Thank you.
Rod?
Mr. Bob Smith has asked for all the junior boys to go to the rear of the building, please, as quietly as possible. These are the Pee Wee cheerleaders, and I'm going to start out introducing my coaches, Audra Jackson and Andrea Bright. And it takes a lot for these girls to give up dates and things like that just to practice with these little girls, and patience that you wouldn't believe. First is Jennifer Jack. This is her 2nd year as a Dolphin cheerleader. She's the captain. She's an all-star cheerleader, and she was princess on the homecoming squad. Next is Kelly Parham. This is her first year. She is the co-captain, an all-star cheerleader, and princess on the homecoming court. Nicole Galeka, Miss Congeniality. This is her second year to be in the SYS program, and she's also an all-star cheerleader. Summer Hyman, this is her first year, and she is our queen of our homecoming court. Rhonda Ledbetter, this is her first year as a Dolphin cheerleader, and this child smiles all the time. Next is Jamie Moradi. She is Miss Congeniality, and this is her first year. Next is Helen Marie Nimitz. This is her first year, and if everybody could be on time, as much as she can be on time, we would really be ready. And next is Amy Self, and this is her first year as a Dolphin cheerleader, and she has really improved a lot. And next is Sherry Smith, who moved and is in Fraser and has been driving back and forth ever since cheerleading season started. And I have one more, who is Scarlett Stinson, who could not be here tonight, who is also a first-year Dolphin. Jamie Moradi. There's also a Merit Award, which goes to more or less the most improved, and this year it's Rhonda Ledbetter. And the Pee Wee girls got their coaches something, and so I guess I'm going to present it to them. They just have a plaque here, and I'm just going to hand it to them.
Jennifer, you want to come up? What's your name?
Jennifer Jack. A flower.
She's got a flower to award to some lucky fella. Right? Who is this lucky fella? It's a lucky lady. I thought for sure she's gonna pick one of them handsome young men down there, but Mrs. Helen Nimitz, would you please come to the stage? At this time, if we could, we have the Pee Wee coaches come up and present their trophies to theirs. They didn't win every game. They sure played their hearts out.
Michael Westman. Howard Freeman. Scotty Boy Ritter. Tom Bradwell. Jay Jones. TJ Slim. John Hummingbird. Good bird. Christopher Jones. David Howe. Don't blame me, Steve. Brian Stevens. Brandon Talent. Jaco Haley. Jeffrey Stafford. Jamie Oglesby. Chris Barrett. Award the most valuable player we all have on the Pee Wee team. I consider this a great honor. Mike Westman, one of the best. Now then, this is another one of my favorites. Regardless how many was on him, or what you told him to do, or how many hit him, he would always be on the bottom, and all you could see was pearly teeth. This is the best sportsmanship in the Pee Wee team, and I consider it one of the best. Mr. Andy Tim.
Now, good, and she will
This year is my third year with the Millington Dolphins cheerleaders, and people have asked me over the years why I continue to do this. And sometimes I wonder why myself, but it just changed our lifestyle. We all wear orange and white often now, and we watch football, and we're even learning to understand what we're watching now. But I can't imagine life without these girls in the last 3 years. They brought me a lot of pleasure and a lot of things that money can't buy. You know, you can't buy with money. I've made many friends through the program, and I encourage all of you parents to be participants next year in this program, and you can reap a lot of reward from this.
This year, I would like to award my sponsor's trophy to a child that I feel like is really deserving of this. She was never late for practice. I can think of no event that she ever missed. And she has been a true spirited child, and all of us have looked to her for help and many things. Miss Julie McCullough.
Would you people back
Trying to decide which one deserves it the most. But the girl that I feel like has worked the hardest and showed the best attitude all year, and we've all enjoyed working with her, is Miss Danetta Bettman. I'm going to go on and award my girls their trophies now. Rather than opt for participation trophies this year, we decided that being our girls had won first place in the Spirit Award at camp and at cheer-off, that they would have their cheer-off trophies duplicated. And this year, Julie McCullough was our captain, and she gets her chevron and the Spirit stick and her ribbon from camp. Teresa's been the model cheerleader. This is her third year to cheer with us. We all depend on Teresa for a lot. Marie Cooper. This is what kept us happy. Brandy Hudson. This is Brandy's second year with the Dolphins, and we're going to miss her because Brandy's moving to Atlanta, and we hope that she can find a squad that she'll be happy with in Atlanta. Anita Johnson. Anita's a lifer to the Dolphin program. This is her fourth year. And I can't imagine Anita not being a cheerleader at this point. This is Jody's first year, and she was always one that says, Miss Shakes, I'm not climbing to the top, but she was always up there. Jennifer Palmer. This is Jennifer's first year. She kept us puzzled a lot of the time. We never knew what Jennifer thought. She always comes through in the end. Melody Jack. Melody, this is her fourth year as a Dolphin cheerleader. And Melody's been the one that we've depended on the most for a good Christian attitude. And we all were fussing and fighting. Melody could always see the silver lining. Stephanie Lowry. This is Stephanie's first year. And Stephanie taught me to remember what it feels like to be 16 and in love again. But only Stephanie's a lesson. Brandy Yates, of course, is my favorite because she's mine. This is her third year. And I guess her job was the hardest on the squad because when everything got tough, Brandy got the butt of it. Thank my girls for a pleasurable year. They've been a big help, and they've worked hard together, and I'm very proud of them, and you parents should be proud of them too. This year, our all-star cheerleaders was Julie McCullough, our captain. You want to step out, Julie? Teresa House. Anita was our homecoming queen this year, and Melody Jack was our princess, and Brandy Hudson was a princess also this year. And at this time, we would also like to have our coaches come up and be with us. I could have never done this without these two girls. They worked hard, and they gave up a lot of their time, and they were patient, and without them, we couldn't have done it.
Thank you, Lynn, Beverly, junior cheerleading squad, for some great cheers out there for the junior football team. and wherever else you participate. Contrary to what a lot of people think, I do like little girls. Come on up and present their trophies to their junior squad at this time.
1985 Junior Dolphins. I have about a 2.5 hour speech after we get them all on the stage. They're not in any order, they just have to be, I have them listed. The first man is Mr. Timmy Michael. Also, I'd like to say, a lot of people ask me what's on this clipboard. Absolutely nothing. I saw a coach on TV walk around with a clipboard. I just thought, well, that looks good. People thought we had these great plays. I never had anything on here, ladies and gentlemen. I had 21 names on here and tried to keep up with them all year. The boys this year voted for 5 All-Stars. The team picked these boys. He's a junior, he gets a sportsmanship award. This man, all through the year, had a positive attitude. Mr. Mark White. The All-Star also receives a sportsmanship award. This man we moved all over the field. And he did us a job no matter where he was at, no matter what he was asked. I know sometimes he didn't like where we put him, but he played football. The second sportsmanship award for the 1985 junior is Mr. Timmy Michaels. He always knew where the play was supposed to go, and most of the time he went there. This man gave 100% every time he was there. For the best offensive player for 1985, Mr. Bradley Smith. For our meanest player, the boy that struck fear in the hearts of the other teams, the best defensive player in the league. Like the rest of the All-Stars and the rest of the team, I would like to add, he gave us his best at all times, and it was a pleasure to work with this young man. Player of the Year for 1985 juniors is Mr. Lee Smith. That concludes the 1985 season for the juniors. I'd like for you to give these boys one more hand.
Can I have everybody's attention, please? It's going to be kind of hard to say. I'm kind of out of breath right now. I just had a pretty good shot put on us. As everybody knows, we've been kind of in and out and holding good raffles this year. And asking for help for next year to get the program started. I'd like to inform everybody that back here on the cookie table, where the coffee is and all this back there, we have a bowl back there. It's for donations to help us get started next year. We have a pretty generous offer right here. kind of left me speechless. I don't know about anybody else. Thank you, Mr. Nociar, for a $500 donation towards next year.
Bill Bryan, Randy Joyner, Kevin Haley, Mr. Mel Stafford to present their trophies and awards to an outstanding Bucky boys and great football players.
Thank you very much. I'd like to say that this year has been a big year for the senior Dolphins. We went undefeated, 11-0. We were champion of the American League. Then after a 35-7 stomping of RBM, we buried Bartlett 48-22 to become 1985 SYS champions. Numbers, except returning Letterman in their honor. Also, I'd like to say these boys should stand tall and proud for what they have accomplished this season. They should remember this for years to come. We went through hard times, blood, tears, spears, and at last celebration, all together. These kids were as tight as any group of boys I've ever seen, even in college or pro. This was the best senior team ever in SYS history. But we can't stop. We need to be recruiting, looking for good personnel, and get next year's players ready. Next year, my goal is for the senior Dolphins to repeat as Shelby Youth Sports champions. At this time, I'd like to show you the trophies we've won. The American League Championship Trophy, the Senior Championship Trophy, and also the prestigious Championship Trophy that you keep for 1 year. Okay, now I'd like to give out the championship trophies to the kids. First of all, number 5, didn't play much this year, but anxious. It was his first year to play football, and we'll be looking to have him back in next year. Kenneth Cushman. This kid was our quarterback. He really led us, was a team leader, really helped us out a lot, showed a lot of spirit, a lot of team leadership. Number 7, Kevin Nixon. This guy had a big interception against Bartlett, saved the game for us. He's number 11, Johnny Rutledge. This guy, his best game was definitely against Ellendale. As he intercepted the pass, ran all the way down to the 10, recovered a fumble in the end zone for a touchdown. Played great cornerback for us all year long. Number 16, James Hyman. This kid here played hard all year long, started at safety the first of the year,
then worked his way up, started both ways at tight end and safety, caught a big pass against RBM, scored a couple touchdowns, really looked good at tight end. Kid's got great hands. Number 17, Billy Rogers. This kid, it's his first year to play, and he's really progressed a lot this year. If you could have seen him at the first year, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's really built his character up, and the kid has really toughened up a lot and gained a lot of experience and a lot of friends. Number 18, Shane Smith-Meyer. I'm anxious to have this one back next year, because he's going to be a tough one, I guarantee you. He's small, but he's as tough as they come. Number 20, Ryan Moss. This kid right here only weighed 76 pounds, but he went in there at running back, and he'd run as hard as anybody we had. And he gained some yards towards the end of the year, and we're going to be looking forward for him to come back next year and be our running back, number 23, Greg Roberts. This guy here, he came in, played a good defensive end for us, showed a lot of character, kept the team up. He was always in good spirits. You never seen him when he wasn't smiling. Number 25, Ben Clark. This kid right here, I guarantee you, he's as tough as they come right here. There ain't much you can say about him. He started at linebacker and at fullback, and the kid's just got so much guts. He was like a coach on the field to us. He was one of our top kids. Number 26, Bobby Dotson. It was his first year too, this guy. He came in, did a good job for us, rushed the passer well for us this year. Played a little bit of center, a little bit of everything. Number 28, Tim Gregani. What can you really say about this next guy? He got about 1,300 yards rushing, scored about 25 TDs, led us in all the rushing categories. As tough as they come, ain't nothing you can say about him, but Millington's got a good future in him, I guarantee you. Number 29, Terry Hayes. This kid right here, as tough as they come. I really had a lot of fun. He was a good kid, never complained about anything. Every time I asked him to do anything, he was right in there jumping on it, always eager to go in. Number 35, David Jones. I've had this kid for 2 years, and I love this kid like he's my own son. He's as tough as they come. He can get out there anytime you say, and he'd stick the biggest one we had. He's a real tough kid, and I love him to death. Steve Winters. This kid's another small kid who just hit anybody. He wasn't afraid of anybody. This kid has no fear at all on the football field, and that's what it takes. He'll be back for us next year, number 37, Ronnie Johnson. I'm really looking forward to this kid coming back next year, because he's going to start a quarterback as far as I can see right now. Play some quarterback in the championship game and in the playoff game. And I hope the rumors of him moving is not true. But we don't know yet. Okay. I'll be looking for him. I want him to get in good shape. But he's going to be our next year's quarterback so far. Number 38, Jeremy Naylor. This kid come to us after a couple weeks of work, played real good, intercepted the pass. Number 40, Matt Atkins. This kid here started both ways, started split end, started cornerback. made a lot of tackles, would get in there and stick with the biggest of them. He was really tough. Number 47, Michael Maurice. This kid here is hard to really say something about because he's fixing to move up to Canada. And Millington's really unfortunate that we're going to lose him for a couple of years, but we'll be very anxious to get him back up at that high school. He's been playing as long as I can remember, and I guarantee you, he is mean, he's tough, he plays clean, ain't nothing you can say. I hate that he's leaving us, because he's got a lot of friends right here that are really going to miss him. Number 55, Joey Noseyard. This kid here was supposed to play for the juniors when the season first started, but he was so big for the juniors that we just asked him to come on up and play for us seniors. He's a hard hitter as you want. If you ever watched him in the kickoffs, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about, because he would lay somebody out on a kickoff. Kevin Stafford. This guy will be moving out of town. We're going to hate to lose him. I was looking forward to getting him back next year. He played a lot this year. Number 66, Cliff Morton. This kid right here, another stud, hoss, offensive lineman, mean, make a good block for you. We run right up the middle all day long, because that's what we can do with these boys blocking. Number 68, Gary Montgomery. This guy came to us after a couple games, worked hard all year, never complained. Every time I asked him to get in there, he was in there. He hit the big boys every day. Number 70, Billy Burson. This kid here, I'll tell you a story about in just a second. But he's really a tough kid. He's forget so much this year. Number 58, Grady Todd. This guy played all year, never complained, got in there every time I asked him to. Number 71, David Munson. This guy will be back for us next year. Can't wait, he's going to play on line for us. Played a lot this year. Number 75, Kenny Warner. I can't wait to have this guy back next year, as you can see. He's bigger than I am. I hope he don't talk back to me. I'm talking back to him. But he's tough as they come, and I'm really looking forward to him having a real big year next year. We're going to try to center our team a lot around him because he's really going to be tough. Number 76, Kelly Reed. Only one word sums up this kid right here, and that's warrior. Number 78, Ronnie Mack. This guy here gave me 130% every time he walked out on the field. I guarantee you, he kept the team spirits up. Every kid just loved him to death. He missed a week because he lost his glasses one time, but we found him, we got back on the team, and everybody was happy now. They come to me running, Sigler found his glasses, and I'm so glad. No. Number 8, Tony Sigler. This guy, I'm going to be looking forward to having back. He's going to be in a big role next year. Number 81, Tim Clark. This guy will be returned next year, too. He's first year to play ball. He's going to be a lot better next year. Number 82, Artie Lindley. This guy here will be back next year. Looking for some good things in him at a wide right position. Number 84, Jeremy Hyman. This guy's going to be back next year. He's going to be a big lineman too. We're going to put some meat and potatoes in him, make him a little bit bigger. Number 89, Trevor Kelly. Okay, we had a couple members, Jose, Alicia, and Derek Douglas. We're not here tonight. All right, now the coaches would like to make a few awards presentations. As in a team this good, we're going to have quite a few. This kid is voted most versatile. The kid played center, guard, tackle, fullback, just anything we asked him. He was a captain. He'll also be back next year. Number 65, most versatile, Kevin Stafford. Our next award is for most courageous. The kid that played hurt most of the time. This kid was the first one out of practice, and right before game time, the first game, he broke his foot. So he was out for 2 or 3 games, came back, jumped in the starting lineup, played with a broke foot all year. One game we played in Elmore Park, and Mel got him over here and got ice on his arm, said his arms broke, fixed him to the hospital. 2 plays later, I look up, and he's in there playing. I didn't know what was going on. But he's played with a broke foot all year long, and I think if there's any kid on this team that's most courageous, it's this kid right here, Gary Montgomery. Next is our best offensive lineman. He played as good as anybody we had. Never had to fire him up. We had to really calm him down sometimes so he could play the right kind of ball. He's also a warrior. He's a captain. He's an all-star. Joey Nociar. Best defensive lineman. Probably the most underrated player on our team. Played hard all year. Never complained. Never asked to come out. Played both ways. We couldn't get him out if we wanted him out. Number 76. He was a captain. Best defensive lineman, Kelly Reed. Next one's best offensive back. He was also a captain. He was a leader. He kept them straight out there in the huddle. He might have been a little bit smaller than the rest of them, but he told them what to do because that's his job. We didn't throw all year long, and we got down to playoffs and threw 7 touchdown passes in the playoff and championship game. He's a leader. Ain't no doubt about it. This kid's got a heavy future in baseball or football. Number 7, Kevin Nixon. Next, down to the best defensive back. He was the best kid we had out there attitude-wise. He was like a coach on the field, did whatever you told him to. He also was the winner of the Coaches Award, which is the award that the coaches voted on, which is attitude, best attitude out there. We never had any problems with him at all. He's also winner of the best defensive back. He's also a captain, all-star, Bobby Dotson. Now we get down to most improved. Early in the year, I walked up in back of Mel Stafford's backyard, which was our equipment room, equipment yard rather. And I walked up there, and there was this little old, well, big old, about 100, 200-pound kid up there, and he was all slumped down like this. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a job to get him out there and get him in, because I could just tell it wasn't really in him. After he wanted to quit after the first day, they hit him hard a couple times. Then he had to lose down to under 195 pounds, and we had him out there running circles, and he was about to gag, and somebody run different with him every lap around, but I guarantee you, at the end of the year, this kid was as tough as anybody we had. And any of the coaches will tell you, and any of the players will tell you, there ain't no doubt about it. The most improved player on our team was Brady Hollis. Now we get down to a very, very hard, sticky situation. You got to come up with an MVP. Well, it was very hard to try to figure out who was going to be MVP on an 11-0 championship team, which got probably the best 8 or 9 kids in the whole league, much less just the best one kid. But after long hours of trying to figure out what we wanted to do, we came up with a little system, which was, to me, by the Memphis Showboats. We're going to put them in trophy form. This year's MVPs for the 1985 SYS champions, Ronnie Mackin and Terry Hayes. All right, next, there was a man here. But Mr. Bobby Bartlett, president of the Millington Booster Club, called me before I left. He was sick with the flu. He wanted to come here tonight, but he couldn't. He wanted to congratulate us on a great year and said the whole town's still talking about our team. And then he wants all the kids that will be going to Millington, all the coaches over there want to go on and start lifting weights 3 times a week and come on this summer, start lifting weights and get ready to just move right on in the Millington program. I feel like next year with him behind us also, with the high school behind us, that we got a real big future next year. But Mr. Bartlett did send his thanks and his congratulations to the team. I'd also like to thank Tom McGee for his camera work. He filmed all the games for us. We watched them endless hours over at Randy's house, trying to figure out what we was going to do. We had all the plays for Bartlett. When we went up against them, we knew all what they was running. The kids knew what they was running. Everybody but the parents knew what they was running. There wasn't no way that they was even going to come close to beating us. But I'd like to thank Tom McGee now for his contribution to the Millington program. I'd also like for my team mothers, Miss Clark and Miss Todd, to come up for a brief second and present them with these flowers. They were my team mothers. They kept everything going. I was working. We was just running around here trying to get the football organized, but these mothers kept all the business organized, the candy, calling them, telling them when we was going to meet, all that. They really took care of us. I'd like to present these flowers to Miss Todd and Miss Clark. I'd like to get one more applause for the 1985 SYS Senior Champions. Thank you.
Very important trophy to present to a very hard-working man and wife team. This trophy is called the President's Trophy, which I didn't know anything about until just a few days ago. And it's my pleasure to present Mrs. Yoko Warner and her husband Fred with the President's Trophy for this year, which they will keep in their possession until the next year. Ms. Warner, if you will, please. Come.